to the channel. It's Digitmerc, and today I like to talk a little bit about Overwatch 2. From my own perspective, from my own experience, I have made such a talk series. I have done such a topic like about some time ago. You may find in the description or in my past game series. Today I like a little bit, about refreshing since the early access change status into the official release status. And honestly, give a little bit my experience and thought on that. So basically, I myself again, you may follow my social links in the description below. Hit the tag, hit the like button, because all the things is appreciated and helps a lot. And otherwise, let's jump into it. So, what I have been like witnessing, how I feel with Overwatch 2 since the early access into the phasing into the official release and so on. Well, let's say this. I have been like really eager, or let's say my experience from the first PvP beta from Overwatch 2 has been significantly a great experience. That was definitely a great change between from Overwatch 1 onto Overwatch 2 and onwards, right? Then from the season 1 of Overwatch 2, I played from season 1 until to season 3, mid season 3, and then I skipped season 4 entirely. I played a little bit around season 5 and mid season 5. Then I skipped, season 6, and currently considering rejoin Overwatch 2 in season 7, even though I am still agree on the wait and see, sort of behavior matter. And despite not having, not played these seasons I mentioned, I do have still a strong, so to say, insight, or having my eyes and ears, paying attention to what's happening and watching all this sort of Overwatch, uh, reviews, talks, podcasts, and all these other content creators. And from my side, it's like this: how is it that, or what makes Overwatch 2 so much more in less intuitive to play as it was compared with Overwatch 1 for the first 3 years, first 4 years, and even though after the first 4 years, Overwatch 1 has a little bit still the little bit around the edge with Overwatch 2 compared where it is now with the current season. And despite fact is like this, now is it the format of the game has changed from like from a full license pay type of game license, or is it because it has went to a free to play format? Is it because the battle pass content? Is it because of the item store that all the things it's like merely obtainable the most high, let's say like rewarding piece of content and cosmetics from the item stop? Is it the so-called um rank inflation, sorry, inflation among ranks between the Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2? Is it the matchmaking? Is it the 6 versus 6 versus 5 versus 5 comp, Is it between the changes from open row queue to row queue, and then from row queue to, 5 versus 6 versus 6, 5 and then 5 versus 5? Is it because of the balance changes? Is it because of the, um, stronger meta picks from different roles and so on? So what is it exactly from my side feel like a little bit downward shifting? Not downward shifting, but it's a less, not less fun, but it's less in general to, to play with Overwatch 2. So in Overwatch 1, say the most unique thing was because it was Overwatch 1 at the beginning, right? It was unique. It was a fresh sort of a game experience for all, like a top of the player base, and generally for the player base that have become so got the Overwatch base, right? And then since like season like I joined this. I joined Overwatch One back then in summer 2006, and I've played straight for the 5 years in Overwatch One to summer 2021. That's when I entirely stopped with Overwatch One and waited a year about till for Overwatch Two beta also would get in early access and so on and so on, right? My time in the first in the my years of Overwatch One, the plastic experience was a wholly vast majority level than it was compared with Overwatch Two after let's say mid season 3 and yeah somewhere around this point. So I've been questioning why is it so. I mean, you have all these sort of arguments they can add up into this matter. How I find the 6 versus 6 versus 5 versus 5. All the balance changes, the stronger meta picks, the so-called rock paper scissors meta picks. All these what you call strong neglected player base in the lower ranks. And even though in the higher ranks too, but they're at least more on have a different, what you call corner that is specifically still taken more into attention, or let's say in my point of view, and all these, what you call small bits and pieces with the quality of life changes and all the in the line between casual from a casual base to a professional streamer and even the oldest Overwatch League. It is like it's a one game that has so many player base that is split apart, especially especially with Overwatch 2 now. I mean, since Overwatch 2 has been, in the early access and then a phase with Overwatch into the official status now. Overwatch 2 it feels like a mixture between a high AAA game that has sort of the mask or the film blender of with the free to play element that makes the game so much, I would say, weird in sense of it's great, but at the same time it drags so much down the greatness of the game. You know? As an example, you have let's say you can say you have a great food order that is like value of $100 or €100, but it turned out to be at the end a $10 use worth of a dish. So this is like what I feel like. This is it's like difference between Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2. And despite the so-called of a different value in the format in the so-called product, the the layers on top of it are extra have extra from free range into premium ranges and overpriced type of layers that are sort of dragging down the games ethics only worse because since it's like Lost Ark is a great game, but because it feels so on top of it like a mobile, it feels definitely a lot worse or less intuitive, than you would say if it was a non-mobile game or something like this. You may call it complete different between like Diablo Immortal and like Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 now. Like with Diablo 3 and like Diablo 2, for example, like non-mobile games, and you compare like between Diablo Immortal, there actually is a mobile game, and you have so-called the that is are not mobile games but do behave sort of like a mobile game. That makes us the so-called the fundamentals of the original game so much worse or less intuitive, less fun or less intriguing. So you have, in my opinion, both sides have their cons and pros, right? When you have the so-called 5v5, six comps, you had the plus and minus there. You had now the plus minus in the with the Q 5v5. You had back there with the 6v6. You had the so-called double shield meta. You had this gold comp. Now you have in the 5v5 no double shield with the double tanks or the triple tanks and triple heals, but you have different or it's a point of like a pivot point with the support making so-called what do you call we say supportive support type of gold meta, which makes the golds in effect so-called the 2.0 type of a gold or like golds type of meta, because they are as well, say they are more intriguing and more like say what you would call uh, they are so-called they are so-called the pivots in the comp right now. Pivot means they are the crucial role that depends the games on the matches behavior between a win or loss. No, and for my observing throughout the course, throughout the times where I did not play, and I've been witnessing how it's how the how the meta shifted around the balance type of a meta into a less balance, into let's say what you call high pivoted type of a meta where the most essential role is diverted into the support role, which well what they can do is they can do what you can they provide CC, right, they can provide heal, they can provide space. That's what the tank does, provide space, threat. They obviously do the DPS damage. I mean, they do most of their ultimates are actually literally like a potential carrying type of overpower. Not say a carrying with a potential being overpowered ultimates. No, that makes could can decide the matchmaking outcome or the match outcome between win or lose. The TPS characters are, let's say, you have two of them, right, in each team, but at the same time, I mean, at least the TPS has a cooperative partner, like, who can like subsidize what with your other TPS. No, with tank, this is a problem. There's a little bit. The tank is as much depending on the team or other team roles as much that is all behind in you, behind with the DPS and especially support. No, I mean, this, if you remove the tank and DPS, the support would do just fine without any DPS on the tank, because they can tank, they can DPS, they can provide support, they can CC, they can heal, they can have strong what you call strong ultimates. They have all this dive, rush, anti-dive, uh, poke, brawling type of comps. The support role or the support classes in that regard. In matter of fact, they don't be are actually not. This is how it is called. I would say what the current support meta is like. And next thing, of course, is the yeah. Of course, I heard the Overwatch developers decide now a little bit to go to drop downwards a little bit with the support strong meta and shifted a little bit on the more balanced side again. But again, it will probably take some time again to load the stats, the numbers, and all these got perks and twerks and so on. By the time it will reach, you gotta have. There will be, for me, still a wait and see type of thing, you know. Anyways, then what else? Then to got the to got the battle pass system. So I'm also making yeah, basically battle pass. What makes the battle pass so less intriguing compared to what you had with the old, let's say, and definitely less rewarding, I would say as well, because the battle pass you have all these got 80 traits that you can play throughout the couple of weeks to the max, and you get the mythic skin for that battle pass if you have the premium pass that costs $10 each season or whenever you want to buy. And still, even by with the premium pass, you're getting only so much, and despite having paid for it, you don't get any extra, let's say, Overwatch 2 credits that you can use to get the Cody, or not enough Overwatch 2 credits that you can buy them the Overwatch 2 cosmetics from the item shop or from the, from the heroes, no, heroes, what do you call them? I still have, since I started the game, I have 1,700 Overwatch 2 credits, right? I have to about 9,000, 10,000 Overwatch 1 coins, let's say, right? Even though I had 70,000, or even though I had 70,000 Overwatch 1 coins, when I stopped playing Overwatch 1 and when Overwatch 2 came out. Yep. And in my mind, all these things would need also some changes, as I also have been noticing the Blizzard with Overwatch are as well on the verge on doing some changes around that matter. But you never know until you will see it by yourself, and until it actually how it will reflect on the customers, on the player base in that regard. Also, I mean, it is great to bring more content on a regular basis, new maps, new heroes. Definitely looking forward for the Hawk rework. Definitely looking for the next, new tank again. Um, Otherwise, new maps definitely sure. I haven't played the Flashpoint game out yet because I haven't played since season. Oh, yeah. I haven't played even the so-called the season 6 PvE missions because I couldn't even get them because the so-called PvE missions were outside of the Overwatch to in-game currencies. No, I have like let's say I have 1,700 Overwatch 2 currency, and I used them to buy the PvE bundle for 1,500. No, and get like thousand coins in return. In return, no, no, and the matter of fact, it's actually I am not regretting not having a bot because it seemed to be wasn't too overly shabby with the PV missions. But the fact that with the hero progression, with the hero missions, that is already another side, positive side, which is a potential good content or good thing that they have added. Despite new other heroes probably coming later on the stage as well, and will eventually become better, will improve because it needs to have changes. Without changes, certain things which are just destined to not last long. And I do not want for games like Overwatch to fail, or even like worse than failure, that this means to cease to exist. It would be a darn shame if it would be, or it would happen like this. I have deeply, like, highly respect, gratitude towards game IPs like Overwatch, like World of Warcraft, and so many others. I mean, and yeah. So BlizzCon is now around the corner, around 2 weeks, 10 days, let's say, around 10 days. that's going to be, of course, for another time of topic. I hope to reduce the Game Talk series a little bit on a longer, shorter time base. No, a little bit make more of a short Game Talk series instead of a longer one. Yeah, I think this is also where I'm gonna stop this one. I don't have much else to master for now. Yeah, so I'll consider I'm gonna see what's gonna happen and everything else besides that. And otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
Launch detected.